What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'm showcasing how to get the Mega Rush Master title in Pokemon Legends ZA. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and support my work by becoming a channel member. And let's dive in. So, Mega Rush Master is a new title added to the DLC, and this title is a gauntlet, maybe the hardest challenge in the single-player mode of the game. And I really do like the mode. It's a pretty fun mode, but it will take you about an hour to get through, give or take, your RNG. And we do have a perfect team for it. However, how do you do Mega Rush Master? Well, it's going to be over here in the office building of Quetzalcoatl, and you're going to talk to this lady. Now, when you talk to her, she's going to say, hey, you want to try the Rogue Mega Rush Challenge? Now, if you don't see that option, it's because you probably haven't encountered every single Rogue Mega in the game. This also includes Zeraora. So you do need to get the Zeraora mission unlocked. So you got to beat the main story. You got to complete the post-game story, the DLC post-game story, and all that. And then get the Zeraora encounter by also beating the Mewtwo and Diancie side quest. And then you should see Zeraora. I do have a guide for Zeraora if you want to try to get one. So our winning raid team is going to be 2 Gourgeist and 4 Annihilapes. Why is that? Well, Gourgeist is going to be the Pokemon that comes out first, and this is going to be our big setup Pokemon. How we're going to do this is we're going to use the move Trick or Treat on the Rogue Mega. This is going to add the Ghost typing to that Pokemon, and once they're a Ghost type, they're going to become weak to Ghost moves. Now, if the Pokemon's already a Ghost type, you can't give them a double Ghost typing, so keep that in mind. And we're going to have Light Screen. This is just going to make it so that we take less damage from special attacking moves. It's going to be helpful for Annihilate. We're going to have Safeguard. This is going to make it so we are unaffected by Poison, Freeze, Burn. Very important because Burn is absolutely a problem at points. And then we just have a damage move just as like a safety damage move. Also, Phantom Force makes it so you leave the field for a little bit. So just in case it's an emergency, you still have some sort of attacking move. And both Gourgeists are going to be the exact same build here. I'm running max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, just for that Phantom Force to do a little bit of damage if I ever need it, and Leftovers as my held item. Now, you can go like max HP, max special defense if you want more bulk, up to you on that. The important thing is the Annihilate. Now, Annihilate is going to be running max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, and holding the item Shell Bell. This is going to be the raid Annihilate build that we use in Scarlet and Violet, literally, which is going to be super fun if you've been familiar with that game. So essentially, because the Rogue Mega boss is going to be weak to Ghost, we're going to be using Annihilate and Rage Fist. Now, Rage Fist does more damage every time you get hit, and this is going to stack them to 300 power. Then when you combine a Stab, super effective 300 power Ghost move with Bulk Up to give us a more attack and defense, Focus Energy, which will give us a 50% chance of critting, and you do want to start this battle with Focus Energy when you switch to Annihilate, because this Focus Energy does not go away, which is really nice. And Screech to drop that defense stat, which actually lasts a pretty long time. You're going to be doing a ton of damage, and especially if you get a crit +1 attack against a -1 defense, super effective Rage Fist, you're going to do a lot. Now, the reason why we have 4 Annihilapes is because Annihilapes will be dying at certain points in this event. And from my experience, the biggest difficulty with Annihilape in general is you get burned, your Pokemon is dead. That Heatran fight is going to be rough. Getting poisoned is also annoying, but at least your damage will be, pretty decent still. And you can sort of heal it through with the Shell Bell damage, which is going to be absolutely massive, which is going to be our main sustain for this fight. And we're going to be ready. Now, we're going to be able to heal 3 times throughout this process, and we want to save us our heals until we really need them. But in general, it's going to be relatively easy except for a couple fights. And pretty much what we're going to do here to start, Gourgeist lead, we're going to turn Absol to a Ghost type. Make sure that it lands. You have to pay attention to the text on the screen. We're going to use that Trick or Treat. All right, Ghost type was added. And switch to your Annihilate. And then you're going to start off with a Focus Energy. Then you're going to go for a Screech. Then you go for a Bulk Up. Then we're going to go for a plus Rage Fist. All right, and he's going to drop some stuff. All right, now we're going to go for another Rage Fist. We're going to Bulk Up now. And we should be getting phase 2 here in a moment. All right, there we go. Phase 2, big crit. One more Rage Fist should kill. Just gonna land another Screech just in case. And Rage Fist. All right, we didn't get a crit there. Gonna bulk up. Then we take this hit. Oh, we don't have enough for another plus Rage Fist. This is probably not gonna kill, but I'll do a lot. Or we just miss. The bulk up. Okay, now we have enough to plus. And plus Rage Fist should kill if we hit, and there we go. Could have been faster if we had some better RNG, but in general, that's how you're going to be running all of these fights. We're going to take on the next Pokemon. And you don't get healed in between fights, so keep that in mind too. Now, something that's fun, if a Pokemon's already weak to Ghost, you can use Trick or Treat on them and make them 4 times weak to Ghost. So Psychic types are just really free in this mode. Now, it doesn't work on Ghost types. If a Pokemon's already Ghost, you can't make them double Ghost. So once again, we're going to start with Gourgeist. We're going to put that Ghost typing on the Slowbro. And because it's a special attacker, I am going to go for a Light Screen. And now we're going to go to our Annihilate. Same setup, Focus Energy. Screech. Bulk up. And then plus Rage Fist. Now, also, you can lose if you get knocked out as a trainer. So it is more important for you to be dodging than focusing on dealing damage, because you don't want to lose in like a very obnoxious way. Because if you lose, you got to start all the way from the beginning. Screech. Get that bulk up. Big Rage Fist. Huge hit. Plus Rage Fist again. And hopefully one more takes it out. Rage Fist. Oh, so close. All right, there we go. Come on. Not a great showing there. Pretty ugly. Pretty ugly fight. Didn't get any good crits, but it's okay. It is what it is. Now, the beauty is, Rage Fist with Shell Bell will give us a lot of HP back, so even if our Annihilate's low, it's still very usable. And we do have 4 of them, so if a couple die along the way, it's fine. As long as you have at least 2 Annihilates out and ready to go, you should be okay. Alright, so once again. So yeah, our Annihilate's at 50%, which is okay. So Trick or Treat. Just want to make sure it lands. It's a Ghost type. Okay, now we want to put on a Safeguard because there's a potential we can get burned here. And burn is like horrible to deal with. I do not want to get burned. It essentially makes our Annihilate useless, and it might as well be a dead body. Hit that Screech. Hit that bulk up. And now we're going to go for a plus Rage Fist. Good hit. Plus Rage Fist. Alright, this is going great. Plus Rage Fist. Going for a Screech. I didn't get a plus on this Rage Fist, unfortunately. Get a Screech. Just gonna go for Focus Energy to build up some charge so we can get a plus Rage Fist here. There we go. So even if you have a bad fight, you can just go into a good fight and just get all your HP back. So essentially, that was like a healing fight for us, right? Which was pretty chill. Victreebel is a really easy fight too. It has Bullet Seed, which is going to hit us multiple times and do like no damage. So you could like 2-3 shot this thing depending on your RNG if critical hits. Once again, make it a Ghost. Now, I actually will recommend putting a safeguard just in case you can't get poisoned. Focus energy. Screech. Bulk up. And we didn't get lucky. We didn't get hit by a lot of bullet seeds there, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We go for another focus energy just to build up some charge. Big hit. New bulk up. Plus Rage Fist. It's going to do a lot. Alright, so it was a 4-hit KO for us. If we had some better bullet seed RNG, we would have been fine. Plus Rage Fist, it should kill. Oh, so close. Alright, there we go. A lot of bad RNG on this attempt here, which is unfortunate. To the next one. But the thing is, even if you don't get the best RNG, it's still easy to win a lot of these fights. Beedril's another easy one, but you can get poisoned, so it is important to put up Safeguard. You don't need to put up Light Screen on this one. It's pretty chill. It's all physical. The most annoying thing is just the Kakunas around you. They'll just get in your way of your targeting, because the targeting in this game is not great. So yeah, let's get that Trick or Treat. Safeguard. Yeah, the targeting's trolling me right now. Okay. And Rage Fist 50%. Immediate phase 2. And he's gone. That's free. That's some good RNG right there. Because the Kakunas were hitting me a lot. And you know, any hit increases that Rage Fist damage. Hawlucha is a relatively easy one. It has fighting moves, so they're going to pretty much do no damage to us. There are some flying moves, but it's not like a big issue in general. Not that strong of a Pokemon. Trick or Treat. And there's really no special moves, so you don't actually have to put all the light screen on this one. Focus energy. Bulk up. I mean, he's using Air Slash, but he did like no damage. So I was like, whatever. Rage Fist. Now, the most annoying thing about Hawlucha is he will just jump around the map and troll. He just absolutely loves to troll. Another big hit. Bulk up. We're going to need it. And this was going to take him to phase 2. Big hit. And one more Rage Fist to do it. Now he's trolling me. Come on. There we go. Pretty easy fight. Pretty easy. So this can be a harder fight for sure, because we're going to be taking a lot of super effective damage, and there's a lot of different targets. So this is the first challenging fight of this run. Things can actually go horrible in this fight. All right, so because he's already a ghost type, he can't do anything, but I will say light screen. And then we're going to switch to our ghost, and you can see there's already multiple, which is very annoying. A lot of Shadow Ball spam in this fight. A lot of confusion. And a lot of teleporting. This is a very troll fight. I mean, we haven't even hit him yet. Big damage, though. Okay, we got to focus on survival here because he's coming at me like crazy. Big hit. Almost dead. Things can go really, really haywire in this one. I've had some bad RNG on a couple attempts on this one. Yeah, teleporting is just so troll. It's just so troll. If we get one hit, though, we win here. And he's... Yeah, see, we're getting trolled now. We're getting trolled at the last second. I can't win if I can't hit him, and he might KO us here. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to switch to another 8 because this is... We're getting trolled. We just could not hit him. Fortunately, we're using a new ape, so we're not going to get the HP. Yeah, the troll. We're just getting trolled. Absolutely perfect run until this last second. It's crazy. And yeah, we don't have a lot of attack buffs on this one just because we weren't using it the entire time, so it is really annoying. If we can just run in and get a Rage Fist, please. Not the right one. Finally. That took way too long. That was a genuinely horrible fight. This is why you have 4 Rage Apes, though. But yeah, that first ape, we are not going to be using. So we're down to 3 apes. I mean, he's sort of like death fodder if we need a death fodder type Pokemon. But that was really horrible made that RNG. Like I said, things can go horrible real quick once you miss a couple of Rage Fists. And because the Rage Fist timing takes longer and longer the more buffs you have on it. So we're going to go for Trick or Treat immediately. Now we can try to salvage our weak Annihilate on this one if we want to. It is certainly possible. We do have a light screen up. Get a little bit of HP back. We're going to do a little bit of a salvage job here. I mean, we're already at like 50%, so we're doing a pretty decent job. Doing decent. Now, if we don't have Safeguard up here, he will paralyze us. Which isn't the worst status effect, if we're going to be honest. So yeah, we salvage that Annihilate. So even if you have a really bad run, you know, you set up the light screen, you set up a Safeguard, you just make sure no trolling can happen. If you get a couple of good Rage Fists off, you can get all your HP back. So that was a nice showcase of salvaging your Pokemon without having to use a heal. This one can be a little bit annoying just because of all the Pinnacles that will spawn on the map. But once again, we're turned to a Ghost type. Doesn't really have any special moves that we need to worry about. No status effects we need to worry about. The troll is Rock Slide because we can get flinched a lot. So you could Safeguard. Just try to prevent some flinching action. So Focus Energy. Screech. Bulk up. And then we can try to hit him. It'll be decent damage. Bulk up again. He keeps targeting me and not my Pokemon. A little bit annoying. Big hit. Bulk up on his phase change. Just out of range is super annoying. So we don't want to die to trainer here. That is definitely a concern. Luckily we hit him out of his big move. No, he's spamming. This ain't good. Gotta focus on surviving. You don't want to die to trainer or you automatically lose. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Could have been worse. Once again, focus on surviving as a trainer. If your Pokemon die, you can just send in a new Pokemon. And if you're really worried about a big attack, you can just pull out your Pokemon and just go by yourself. Mawile is not that bad of a fight, honestly. Pretty chill. Trick or treat. Pretty much all physical moves, so no light screen, no status effects really. Focus energy. We're gonna try to stay close to him, just so we can try to get more moves off, because he's focusing me a lot with these player ups right now. As I use a plus bulk up there, whatever. You know, just using moves to get your plus stuff up is worth it, honestly. Oh. Alright, so he's leaving the battlefield. Put away your Pokemon and just dodge. Annihilate will most likely die if he gets hit by this. And yeah, you're going to have to reset up the bulk up, reset up the focus energy. But it's fine. The Rage Fist stacks actually still stay, because we're still in the same combat instance. So just focus on dodging as a character here. So just reset them up. There we go. Pretty easy fight. The only thing that's going to kill you is when he throws the orbs at you. And honestly, a big tech of this whole run is just putting away your Pokemon and just dodging. The dodge roll has really good iframes in this game. So Froslass, we cannot turn to a ghost type, but I will definitely recommend the light screen. You can also safeguard to prevent any freezes that could potentially happen too. But no trick or treat because it is the ghost already. Alright, now we can finally go for a Rage Fist. Keeps teleporting and trolling. Gotta make sure you're dodge rolling on this thing. Because those... Yeah, you will die from those icy ones eventually. Just gonna do a plus move bulk up so it'll last a little bit longer. Let's hit him. The speed drops are annoying, but we did 1,000,000 damage there, so... Drop that defense, get an attack buff. Gonna go in the middle and drop a bunch of icicles on us. But if we get a crit here, we should just kill it. There we go. Good stuff. Not that bad of a fight, but just watch out for those icy winds. They will target the trainer mostly. And now we got Altaria. Annoying if you don't have an Alpha Annihilate, because if you don't have an Alpha, those Rage Fists are going to go right under it when it's flying above you. This fight can be incredibly annoying for sure. Okay, so. Trick or treat. Our Gorgaz is a little bit low. I have to go to Gorgaz number 2 soon. But those Dragon Pulses are great because it's multi-hit. We want to get hit multiple times. Each one counts. Big damage. And he's dead. Altaria is pretty free. I mean, that was a crit for sure. But we did get hit right before we got, we hit him there. And that gave us just enough. Venusaur is pretty chill. It also has Bullet Seed, and we want to get hit by Bullet Seed a good amount. They want to safeguard just to prevent poison. Yeah, we want to get by those Bullet Seeds. Best move. Big damage. Thank you. And maybe one more. Unfortunately, we got unlucky there. But this isn't bad. And bye-bye Venusaur. Very easy. Those multi-hit moves are incredible. Incredible. Dragonite can be an absolute problem. This Pokemon can be a legitimate problem. Has very strong flying type moves. But it does have Dragon Pulse, so we're going to hope we get hit by Dragon Pulse a couple times here. And our first Gourgeist is dead. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I was trying not to throw it into a flamethrower, but... Light Screen to take those hits a little bit better because it has a really high special attack. Safeguard so we don't get burned. Big damage though. And he doesn't get the phase change for free, which is really nice. And he just hit us. Oh. If we hit Bulka before, we would have killed him. But it's fine, he's dead. Yeah, definitely a rough one. Definitely a rough start on that one. I'm not going to heal just yet because we have a really hard fight that's about to come up. And that is going to be Tyranitar. Tyranitar is a genuine, one of the hardest in this whole run. It's the hardest in the base game for sure. This thing is brutal. This thing has insane bulk, and we're only going to be doing neutral damage to it. So Gourgeist. Throw a Safeguard. So we don't get flinchies. This fight can just get out of hand really quickly. Especially because he targets the trainer more than the Pokemon, which is a little bit annoying. I'm just trying to get my plus moves up here. Trying to get him to hit Annihilate. He's just not want to hit Annihilate. That's good. At least he hit us there. We just need to get these stacks up. He doesn't want to go for the 8. Big hit. But yeah, we got to try to survive here. At least we got a good hit. Phase 2. Yeah, you can see we're just not doing a lot of damage on this fight. Because it's not super effective. This is where things get crazy. It's not a horrible idea to switch out your Annihilate here. just to survive that move. I mean, I took a lot of damage, and I'm going to take a good amount of damage on this attack here. And our Annihilate died. Unfortunately, we were one hit. We were one hit on him. Yeah, this is where the memes are. Like, I could die as a trainer, and my Annihilate is just getting destroyed. Like, this is troll. There we go. That is such a rough fight. Such a rough fight. I mean, I definitely could have played a little bit better. I could have saved my Annihilate for a little bit better. But I'm glad I didn't die as a trainer. So we have Starmie. This is going to be the last one of the base game at this point. And then we're going to jump to the DLC one. We are going to be using a heal after this fight. This fight, it's not that difficult, but we have lost 2 waves. That's pretty much 2 waves. And we lost a Gorguys, and we have another one that's pretty weak, so. We're gonna use a fresh ape to get through this. Big hit. Got him. Really easy fight. If you don't get the KO quick like I did, though, he'll run around the map and is like super annoying. So yeah, this is gonna be Absol Z, which I will want to heal before this. So this is our first of 3 heals. He's got plenty more fights to go, including the legendaries, who are multiple phases. This fight can go haywire as well. But honestly, the bigger issue with this fight is you as a trainer have a much easier time of dying. So we're going to go with the Gorguys. Trigger tree. Well, actually, it's a ghost type, so we don't have to trigger. Yeah, I forgot it was a ghost type. So what we actually just got to do is light screen. Safeguard. Yeah, I already took. That was unnecessary hit I didn't have to take there. Okay, focus energy. Screech. It targets the trainer a lot. And then, okay, we're ready to go. Another one. And we miss. So unlucky. That's really unlucky. I'm going to bulk up before. It's not really targeting me either, which is like my rage ape. Another, yeah, I mean, this is another one that just trolls you. Okay, this is a move that can 100% kill us. We need to focus on dodging. Big hit. I'm going to put away my ape here. Because I don't want him to die. He will die from this attack. There we go. Yeah, a bit rough, you know, a little bit of a rough fight. Definitely made a misplay on the Gorguys, but it is what it is. We're going to make some misplays. Staraptor's not that bad. You just got to turn into a ghost type. Really doesn't have any special moves that matter too much. Using Focus Blast, like, we're good. That was a huge hit. Got all that HP back. Bulk up. I didn't plus move it before I hit. That would have killed it. Okay, just gotta focus on dodging here. It should kill. Yeah, pretty easy. There's definitely an input delay to you hitting your plus move, and sometimes your input gets eaten, which is just very annoying in this challenge. All right, so this is Sushi time, and this fight is so annoying because he just uses Dragon Rush and just spams, and he's just so hard to hit. Incredibly annoying fight. We're just going to turn to a Ghost type. We do want to put up a Light Screen. We missed Trick or Treat. You see we didn't turn into a Ghost type there? We missed it. So we got to make sure we hit it. That was our Ice Beam. Okay, now he's a Ghost type. I'm going to switch on over. Screech. Yeah, we missed because he loves to just run back and forth. Right when we're getting trolled. It's just high move mobility is just so annoying. Okay, there we go. At least we put him in his place for a second. Unfortunately, we had no bulk up on that one hit. Big hit. Let's flame this Screech. A lot of memes here. Just focus on surviving. I mean, if you want to, you can put away your Annihilate, but it doesn't do too much damage. And each hit's going to give us a little bit of a Rage Fist boost, so we can sort of get all this HP back right now. And he's just dead. So that's a full HP right there. It's just annoying. The high mobility fights are so cringe for this ape. So Meowstic has a mechanic that's really annoying. I do not like it, where we have to break the wall. And it will just one-shot your Pokemon. So we're just going to try to avoid the wall completely. So we want to land this Trick or Treat. We do want to land a Light Screen. And then we do want to switch. His energy. We don't mind taking these hits at all. Reflect is very annoying. Because if we don't crit, then we get a damage reduction. That was pretty good. So he's gonna set up the wall. This is gonna be really annoying. And how I handle the wall is I just take the hit. Or is it gonna take the hit? I'm just gonna spam dodge roll in the corner. I have enough Canary plushies to take this hit. Your Pokemon will die otherwise. Good kill here. A lot of these attacks, just like, it's not worth taking it. It's just not worth taking on. All right, so Heatran's a very annoying fight because we can get burned, and getting burned is essentially being dead. Very annoying fight. Also, maybe my favorite new Mega in the game. So on Trick or Treat. Light Screen. We may lose our first 4 guys here. Safeguard is so important. Oh, we didn't lose it. Nice. Perfect. Like, there's a good chance we get burned in this fight. Also, this is a very easy fight for you as a player to die. Focus, absolutely focus on just trying to survive, especially in phase 2. This move is insane. And then he's going to have the big beam. I would actually recommend putting away your Pokemon and just dodging, and just dodging, and just dodging, and just dodging. I did a very late dodge here. I'm cutting it very close. Because, yeah, your Annihilate will 100% die on that. We get a crit here. Close. Should have just Bulk Up would have killed it if I did it first. Didn't get the crit. There we go. But that's Heatran. So that was a really good Heatran fight. We did not get burned. If we got burned and we lost an ape or two, we would have to probably heal for the next upcoming fight. This fight is insane. And this is, or no, we have Zeraora. Next fight, Zeraora. This fight can be really difficult too. There's only one phase, but it can be incredibly difficult. We might lose a Gourgeist here. And we lost a Gourgeist. It's fine. As long as our second one doesn't like get too low, we're fine. I'm gonna go for a Safeguard. Oh, I accidentally hit Phantom Force. Not what I wanted. Okay, because we don't get paralyzed. Alright. So, Focus Energy. Yeah, he has attack buff, which is not nice. He's going to go for us a lot. But when he starts using the Plasma Fist stuff, we're going to need to get out of dodge. Because this fight can go haywire really quick. Whenever you see the blue lightning, it's absolutely a problem. So, yeah, he just one-shot us. And I should have... yeah, that's the move. That is the move you should put away your ape for. Because you're getting hit by all 4 attacks at once. So that was a big misplay by me. That was a big hit. Huge hit. And there we go. He has a move where he goes all around the screen and like lightning's bouncing around. You probably just want to put away your Pokemon on that. But yeah, that was a rough one. That was a rough fight for us. Now this is probably the hardest fight in the entire run. And if you're low, I would definitely heal. But I'm just going to go with what I got. I think 3 apes and 1 Gourgeist is enough. This is the beginning of 2 fighters. So there's 2 health bars, and we're going to have to pop a Safeguard, pop a Light Screen. And we really do not want to go to sleep. Sleep is bad. And also, we're only going to be doing neutral damage in this fight because he's now Darking Ghost. not even doing that much damage. Not great. Okay, that move does a lot. We're gonna need an emergency heal from Rayquaza. And we didn't get a heal there for some reason. Love the consistency. I'm gonna risk it all for his big heal. Yeah, now we're falling asleep, which is not great. I'm gonna switch to a new 8. Yep, not great. So unfortunate. At least we got a big hit there. Yeah, we're just getting trolled. We need a big hit. There we go. Okay, now we have phase 2, which is really annoying because we're going to have to essentially redo the entire fight. But it's going to be much harder. So we are going to re-status the Darkrai and all that, which is not great. So literally, we're going to have to trick-or-treat it again. We're going to have to do the same setup. The ghost type. Hit the wrong move. Misclicked. I love it. I was supposed to go for a safeguard there, but totally botched it. Took a lot of hits there. We're gonna hope we get all our HP back. Good stuff, good hit. Get more HP back. We need a crit, unfortunately. This thing is so bulky now and it's mega. And we get a big miss. So I'm gonna just put away my Annihilate here because this is gonna do a shit ton of damage. And I'm just going to roll, try to get to a safe point, and just send them out again. Not, you would lose your 8 from that for sure. Big hit. One more big hit. Ah. He's gonna go for it. Trolled. We're getting trolled. I'm just gonna take it. I just want to get out of this fight. We got trolled at the very end there. But it's fine. I'm gonna use a heal now. This is 100% worth using a heal. So we're going to have one heal remaining which ideally we're going to save right before the last boss. Now, I do think Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza aren't that bad. They're not that bad. So we're going to start with Gourgeist. So we could get burned here. This is definitely a troll. A lot of Fire Blast. Light Screen, though. Safeguard. The good stuff. Focus Energy. Once again, this is a 2-phaser. So we are going to have to redo the setup again. No, Groudon does have some pretty good defense, so we're not going to be hitting too hard. I mean, even though I just hit very hard right there. One more to do it. And there we go. So that's phase 1. Phase 2. We got the primal. So luckily when they do the primals, we have a little bit of time to just get a free move out from the beginning. So this is going to allow us for a nice trick or treat setup. Switch. Just dodge. Remember, you got to survive too as a trainer. Just focusing on me. Unfortunately, he's not hitting my monkey. I need him to hit my monkey some multi-hit moves. This is perfect. No, except, okay. He didn't really hit me a Solar Beam. Not perfect. So we need to focus on survival here as a character. Try to just get away. Get the safe spots. We got hit a little bit there, so that's good. Okay, good hits, finally. Again, try to survive as a trainer. Focus on dodging more than attacking if you can. And maybe one more. Okay, one more after that. We can just build the energy. Okay, dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh, I didn't hit plus on it. Now one more. Didn't hit plus on it, but whatever. Doesn't. I didn't have plus anyways. All right, so there's Groudon. Not that hard of a fight. Just don't get burned. I mean, yeah, we sort of got owned with the Gourgeist a little bit, but that's fine. We might lose a Gourgeist, but we still have one heal left. Another 2-phaser. Retreat. Ice Screen. Safeguard because we could get frozen from Ice Beam, and then switch. Surface multi-hit, so that's actually fine. So Kyogre has way less physical defense, which is going to make this fight a lot easier for us. Yeah, pretty free. The second phase is mostly the same. Once again, it's a new fight now. So we're going to have to start with that Trick or Treat. We might lose a Gourgeist here, but it's not the end of the world if we do. We still have our other one. I guess, whatever. I'll just start with this one. I might not even get hit on this one. Okay, I didn't even get hit on it. That's pretty funny. Yeah, Thunder we're going to have to dodge a bit. But big damage is just a start right there. Another big hit. And we might kill right here. There we go. Really easy fight. Next up, we got Ray Daddy. Which is also easy. Very easy. Has not a lot of bulk. That's just got to really Trick or Treat. And you can set up a light screen if you want. I don't think there's really that many special moves in this fight, so. Focus Energy. Screech. Bulk up. Outrageous multi-hit. Does 3 hits right there already. Bam. Chunk them. Another Outrage. He's already dead. He's like pretty much cooked. Another Outrage. 3-hit KO. And now we got Mega. More of the same. Trick or Treat. Light screen. The big issue with Mega Rayquaza that I'll say is he focuses you as a player more, and you don't want to die to him, especially at this point. We've made it so far. So mostly focus on dodging because he will chase you down. Okay, 1 Outrage hit us, which is pretty good. Ah, we missed. That would have done so much damage too. We're getting actually some pretty bad RNG here. We need him to stay put. Do a lot of damage here. Alright, we're gonna need to escape. We got unlucky with our RNG. Just put your Pokemon away and escape. I've had times where I've just 3-shot him, so this is truly bad RNG for me. There we go. Yeah. If we just hit one of those Rage Fists we missed, we wouldn't have done that extra minute of running around. So now we can just pop a heal. This is the last heal, but this is the last boss. So you might as well use the last heal unless you're trying to do a no-heal challenge. So we got 3 phases of Zygarde. Phase 1 is like not a real Pokemon. This is just like literally not a real Pokemon. Just turn into a ghost. If you're at this point, you've already won. slow on that. If I hit the button a little bit earlier, I would have gotten him. But we need to get our plus move to get the kill. Plus it. Oh, he's definitely gonna die. Oh, unless he... There we go. About to say, unless he just dodges it. Because, yeah, he's just quick, but you can get him, like, in 10 seconds if you know what you're doing. Alright, so we sort of got, like, a decent fight here, but nothing too crazy, honestly. Once again, we got to turn him back into a ghost. I will recommend a light screen. Energy. Screech. Alright, that was awesome. We want to get hit by Dragon Pulse. Not that. I mean, Zygarde 50% just took 50% damage. And he's done. That's how it should go. Okay, so now we have like a real boss fight. He's not too scary though. It's just understanding his mechanics, which is like the core enforcer attack. Also, this music's amazing. This fight's cool too. So once again, we got turned into a ghost. I also like that Gorgeist is like as tall as him. Oh, I hit the wrong move. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. The Phantom Force. Chunked them. Alright, I'm just gonna pop a light screen. Safeguard so no flinchies, because just in case. Screech. Bulk up. Yeah, we're not gonna really be doing too much damage to this boss, just because he has 1,000,000 HP and defense. So, we're going to put away Annihilate. Because he's just going to use Core Enforcer here. And we're just not going to get hit by this attack. Do not go into the light. The light is probably the worst. There's a safe spot right here, but you can also just dodge roll, spam through it. You know, just come back in the middle. And then just reset up your Pokemon. Super easy fight, honestly. Just find your safe spots. Even if you don't, as long as you don't go into light, you will survive. More hit. Literally one more damage. And we win. So yeah, there we go. We got the title. We did the challenge. It took us an hour. We had a lot of bad RNG. We did it. 46 minutes. And to now get the title, you got to go to link play. Here. We can now say we are officially a Mega Rush Master. And that's how you do it, chat. Anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support my work by becoming a channel member. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.